There's got to be a place where we learn how to trust God enough to believe in him rather than to believe for certain things from him. The Greek word that we translate without wavering more literally means not leaning. So it's telling us to hold fast to the confession of our hope without leaning on anything other than the fact that God is faithful. And so that has to become the thing that we repeat, right? God is faithful. God is faithful. And sometimes you just got to tell yourself because you don't believe it, right? You got to will your way through it. You got to try to get through it. I was telling Tom not long ago after Bible study one week that I have started doing this little trick as I'm trying to run a bit further than I've run in the past, largely because I didn't run enough earlier in the year, and so I'm way behind all the goals I set for myself. And so now I'm trying to really push myself. And so as I'm adding mileage, there's this thing that happens when I'm tired and want to be done, where I just start saying, one more step. Just one more step. I know I've got more than one more step, but somehow I can do one more step. I convince myself just one more step. Now, if I start going, I'm 3 miles from home, I'm dead. But if I just keep telling myself one more step, and before you know it, I have one more stepped 3 more miles. Isn't there a point where you and I have to start telling ourselves what we know? God is faithful. God is faithful. I can't see the end of this, but God is faithful. I don't know how we're going to get through next week, but God is faithful. I don't know what will happen if this doesn't work out, but God is faithful. There's got to be a place where our trust just keeps repeating what we know about God. There's so much I will never know about situations and circumstances, but if I choose to believe it, I can know with all my heart, God is faithful. Because he is. But our wavering happens when we need his faithfulness to produce our desire. And that's when we start leaning. Right? And let's just be honest, we all on some level lean on our own understanding. We lean on our own expectations. We lean on our own desires. We lean on our past experiences. We do a lot of leaning. But what does Proverbs 3 teach us? It says that there is something opposite of leaning. It's trust, right? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways acknowledge him and he will make your paths straight. So trust then is how we hold fast. And it seems to me that recall or remembering is how we trust. What is it that we're supposed to recall? Just said it, that God is faithful. And how do we know that God is faithful? One huge reason. He sent Jesus. Right? I think we need to stop making things so personal and specific so that things, according to Scripture, can become true and real in our lives. I know God's faithful for one reason. He sent Jesus.